Russia holds secret natural powers that could make it a superpower once again. While much of Russia remains covered in ice, NATO allies continue to tighten their grip from the other side. Russia has the world's second largest military after the US. So, what exactly is stopping it from reclaiming superpower status? The title of superpower, currently held by the United States, may soon shift back to Russia. But how? What changes in Russia's geography could allow it to rise again? We all know that Russia is the largest country in the world by land area. To understand just how vast it is, consider this. When the sun rises in western Russia, it's already dinner time in the east, spanning over 17 million square kilometers. Russia is so massive it could fit 47 Germanys, 66 United Kingdoms, 56 Italys, or 40 Frances inside its borders. And it's not just the size. Russia also holds the largest natural gas reserves in the world, ranked number 1, and is ranked 8th in oil reserves. According to a 2021 survey, many European countries are heavily dependent on Russian gas. On average, 40% of Europe's gas supply comes from Russia. If Russia were to stop this flow, it would severely impact Europe's economy. In addition to energy resources, Russia is the world's biggest exporter of wheat. About 18% of the global supply comes from there. But despite these advantages, Russia's geography also presents a major problem that limits its power. That problem is extreme cold. Most of Russia's land is too cold for human settlement or economic activity. This includes Siberia, where the average annual temperature is just 0.5. The coldest inhabited town on Earth, Oymyakon, is in this region. Temperatures in winter can drop as low as 71 Celsius. Because of this, Russia's population is very unevenly distributed. Nearly 75% of the population lives in just 20% of the country's territory. This has been a challenge Russia has tried to solve for centuries, without success. And even though Russia has the world's longest coastline, over 37,650 kilometers, most of it is useless for trade. The Arctic Ocean remains frozen most of the year, making cargo shipping risky and limited. A country's access to the ocean directly affects its ability to trade. More trade usually means more power. But ice makes it difficult and dangerous for Russian cargo ships to operate. Today, Russia relies heavily on just 3 ports for international trade. 1, Vladivostok in the east, where the sea stays frozen for months. When ships do sail in summer, they must pass through waters controlled by Japan, a strong ally of the US and NATO. 2, St. Petersburg in the west faces the same issue. Months of ice, followed by narrow shipping routes surrounded by NATO or US allies. 3, Novorossiysk on the Black Sea is more stable but still limited. Ships must pass through a narrow strait near Turkey, a NATO member. So again, Russia faces restrictions. Despite these challenges, Russia still ranks as the 11th largest economy in the world. GDP, gross domestic product, measures a country's total income and economic strength. But power isn't just about GDP. When it comes to military might, Russia has more nuclear warheads than restrictions. Despite these challenges, Russia still ranks as the 11th largest economy in the world. GDP, gross domestic product, measures a country's total income and economic strength. But power isn't just about GDP. When it comes to military might, Russia has more nuclear warheads than any other country, even more than the US, and its army is considered the second strongest in the world. Yet, cold weather continues to be the one obstacle stopping Russia from taking the top spot. Ironically, this same cold has protected Russia from foreign invasions. When Napoleon invaded with over 600,000 troops, Russia's winter forced a retreat. Only 100,000 survived. In World War II, Hitler sent 380,000 German troops. Over 100,000 were killed, and the rest were captured. This defeat led to Hitler's suicide. So yes, cold weather is Russia's greatest enemy and greatest defense. But what if that cold disappeared? If the Arctic melts, Russia could access its northern coastline and trade freely. The country also sits on untapped riches, gold, uranium, and diamonds. But mining them is currently impossible due to extreme cold. If the weather warms, Russia's economy could skyrocket. And remember, Russia is already the top wheat exporter in the world, using just 20% of its land. Imagine what it could produce if 100% of its territory became usable. Surprisingly, this future might actually happen because of global warming. Climate change is melting ice every year. According to NASA, Arctic ice has already shrunk dramatically from its 1979 level to a fraction by 2019. It's disappearing at 13% per decade. And by 2035, the Arctic Ocean may be ice-free. This melting will raise sea levels, threatening coastal cities worldwide. Countries like the US, where most big cities are on the coast, will face costly relocations and massive disruptions. Russia, however, has most of its major cities located 600 kilometers or more inland, so it's safer from these rising seas. Currently, ships using the Suez Canal pay Egypt around $400,000 per ship, generating $800 million a year in transit fees. But when Arctic ice melts, Chinese ships could start using Russia's northern sea route, which is shorter, just 2,500 km compared to 80,000 km. That would cut delivery times from 37 days to 22 days, saving millions in costs. As China benefits, Russia would also gain from transit fees, with improved agriculture, mining, trade, and population growth. Climate change might unintentionally push Russia to the top. And that's why many experts believe that in the next 50 to 60 years, Russia could very well become the world's next superpower.